Hi everyone, welcome to Chef Din's cooking tutorials. Here I'm going to show you how to prepare your ingredients, mix your spices and then cook the dish. Please pause the video now and get together all the ingredients you will need to create this dish. If you have not subscribed to my channel, now is the time to subscribe. Hit the notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. So let's not waste any more time and let's cook. Hi and welcome, I'm Chef Din and today I'm going to cook quite a lot of curries actually. We're going to cook a base, the old method, and all the different curries as well, like kurma. I think we're going to cook a rogan as well and a Ceylon for Rob. This is Rob here, he's my assistant today. He's going to be the cook when he leaves, so let's get started and let's get cooking. As promised, I'm going to cook the base gravy from the 70s. This is the way we learnt how to cook gravy when I first started back in 1973-74. I was only about 14 then, so I was learning from my mum, and I took over the business when I was 16 years old, and basically I cooked this method for about 20 years before it all changed. I forgot to mention that Rob, I got to know him through my YouTube channel. He contacted me and we got together, had a coffee, and he asked for a Ceylon dish recipe. I said the only way I can show you how to make a Ceylon is basically through a video. So I promised him that I would cook him a Ceylon, but then I thought, well, why not invite him round and teach him how to make the Ceylon and other dishes as well, because I'm going to cook quite a few dishes today. As you can see, I've got a big pot and I'm using 2 kilos of onions and 3 large plum tomatoes. If you can't get plum tomatoes, use a tin of plum tomatoes, it'll do fine. And let this stew down. I haven't put any water in this. I'm just going to put 4 cups of oil and all the other bits and bobs were going in. And as you can see, I've got 3 litres of water in this pot, and I'm going to put all the bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, fennel seeds and so on. So what happens is when I go to add this water, I can just sieve it, and I don't have to worry about all the bits in the gravy. So this is a good method to cook this way. So in the old days we used to use a muslin cloth, and we used to put everything in there and tie it and throw it into the gravy. But this way is good as well. So try this method and you'll see how tasty this gravy is. What people they don't realise is that base gravy must be really tasty, not bland. This is the wrong concept because when you make base gravy, it must be tasty, just like your meat, just like your pre-cooked chicken, just like your vegetables. I'm going to cook beef as well today and vegetables, so I'm going to put a video out on the vegetables, pre-cooked vegetables and pre-cooked meat, so that you have these bits as well when you start making your different curries. But everything must be full of flavour, because BRI curries are supposed to be easy and quick. So I'm going to show you how easy it is by my method, and you'll be surprised, and you'll be surprised how tasty they are. Right, what I want you to do is bring this to the boil and then turn it down and simmer it for a good 1 hour. And hopefully it'll be nice and tender before we add our chicken. But keep stirring it every 10-15 minutes, especially if it's on gas, and a bit more if it's on induction or electric, because electric always seems to stick more. So keep an eye on that. We don't want it to stick or burn. So just keep stirring it every now and again to make sure that it doesn't burn on the bottom. Keep stirring it until it gets to boiling point, and once it starts really boiling and cooking away, that's when you want to turn it down and just let it simmer for a good 1 hour. As you can see, I'm writing this down so I can make sure that I have the recipe exactly for you to recreate, because I normally don't look at recipes. I just cook from eye and even weigh in when I cook. So to me, it's second nature, but I need to write it down so you get it right. So that's why you see my notebook there, and me writing it down as well, and measuring everything out as well, so you get it just right. So let's come back to it in a minute when I show you how to cut the chicken.
We'll add a bit more later if you need it.
Yeah.
Say 40. Yeah. You don't need to add any water.
Right, now basically we'll leave that to really come up to boil, and what we want to do is just chop the chicken into 4 pieces. So this chicken I'm going to let Rob cut, so he has idea. He's never cut a chicken in his life apparently, so this is his first time. This is the problem nowadays. Most people buy chicken breasts or chicken thighs and haven't really got the experience of cutting chicken. So I'm teaching him today how to cut a chicken. It's very easily. In the old days we had to gut the chicken as well as cut it because they never came pre-gutted. They just came whole chickens in the restaurant. So, and normally it would be this size chickens we would use, probably about 2.5–3 kilo weight in chicken. So this will make quite a few curries, so I'm only going to use 1 chicken this time. I'm going to keep the other chicken aside and use half the other chicken for chicken and chips. So I'm going to cook that in the gravy as well, and I'll show you at the end how you can make chicken and chips, and really tasty chicken and chips, I can assure you. So this is how you cut the chicken. Quite simple, quite easy. You just need sharp knives and a chopper. So go and invest in some good quality knives. It'll make life much easier.
No, you haven't gone right through. But when you sit it up, it has to be up, like so.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
So you can see where you're going down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right, yeah. And then down the middle there.
One chop. Good chop, that's it.
Once you've cut the chicken, give them a really good wash and make sure it's absolutely clean, everything, and then put them in your gravy like so. What we want to do is bring it to the boil and then put the lid on it and cook it for 20 minutes. But keep stirring it because it's very important that it doesn't stick. And after 20 minutes, we're going to put our spices, as you can see. Put all your spices and we're nearly ready for the stock to go in as well. Once we put our stock in, then basically we bring it to the boil and medium simmer this for a good 40 minutes, so it's nice and tender, the chicken. It may take a little bit longer, or it may take a little bit less, but keep an eye on the chicken and make sure it doesn't fall apart. That's what you don't want. So with boiler chicken you would cook it a bit longer and giving the gravy maximum flavour, and that is the key to this style of gravy. What you're doing basically, you're cooking the chicken and the gravy at the same time, and you're using the chicken flavour to go into the gravy, and that's where this gravy is unique. Restaurants don't cook like this anymore because it's too time consuming, especially like the chicken you have to debone by hand, and that takes time, especially when you're cooking like 10–15 chickens in one go. It's not that simple, and lot more man hours needed. So nowadays chicken just comes in boxes of breast chicken, and it just takes a matter of 20 minutes or even less to cut up 10 kilos of chicken, where this method, it takes much longer to prepare, much longer to get ready once the chicken has been cooked. So give it a good stir like you see, and make sure that all the spices are incorporated, and then just bring it to the boil, put a lid on it and turn it down, not too low, probably about medium heat. Now I'm adding the stock as well, the hot water stock. If you keep this on the boil, then it doesn't stop the cooking process, and just sieve it all in. And you probably won't need to add any other water to this now. So this is the first time I'm adding water to the gravy. I didn't add any water at the beginning, so cook this for about 25 minutes now with the lid on, and simmer it and see if the chicken is cooked. If it's cooked, then take it out. It's all ready. Let the gravy sit for about 10 minutes before you take out the oil, and let the chicken cool down completely before you start to debone it. That's the most important. As you can see, it's still quite firm, so it's not falling apart. I'm taking out nice and easily. So I'm going to keep 2 of these pieces of chicken for chicken and chips, because in the old days we used to sell chicken and chips in the restaurant, and we used to use the leg portions to make our chicken and chips, and it's really delicious. I'll show you a bit later in the video how to do that. As you can see, I'm taking out all the oil now before I blend it. The onions are near enough melted away. 2 hours cooking, it will do that. So remember to slice the onions quite thinly, not leave it chunks, because thinner the onion, the quicker it will cook. So make sure it's nicely thinly cut. As you can see, I've tilted the pot slightly just so that I can get all the oil out. After removing all the oil, I've probably removed roughly about 4 cups now. So that's 4 cups I put in at the beginning. So once all this is done, we're going to blend this gravy. It shouldn't take long because the onions are really soft, and once we blend it, we're going to transfer it into a smaller pot and bring it to the boil, and then simmer it for about 2 minutes, and then turn it off, and that's it. If there's any other residue of oil, that will float to the top of the gravy, and job done. That's my base gravy from the 70s. You must try this base gravy, and tell me what you think in the comments, how you like it, because it is probably one of the tastiest gravies you'll taste. I'm sure of it. Rob, I've never met before, and he said he really enjoyed it, as you will see in the video at the end when he's eating his ceylon. So this is it. See how easy it is? This is real time. I haven't edited this. It's very quick blended. It only takes about a few minutes, and you've got a lovely gravy here. Gravy. See, can you see all the oil come up to the top?
Oh yeah.
Then all you go is go like this.
Yeah. And disperse it, yeah.
Right, once the chicken has cooled down completely, now we're going to shred it and take it off the bone, as you can see. This is how we used to prepare our chicken in the old days. We used to cook chicken in the gravy and then separate the meat from the bone, and this would be it. So this is why it's so time consuming, because you need time to do this, and if you've got like 10 chickens at a time, it's going to take a good half an hour to take all the meat off the bones. And we used to keep the wing meat for the biryanis, and then have one side breast, one side dark meat. So, and then we used to mix it when customers requested it. If they wanted breast, then we would just give them the breast side. But unfortunately, we had to charge them for it, because sometimes we had to throw away a lot of the leg meat because it just didn't sell. So anyway, like I mentioned before, this is the chicken which I kept from the gravy. So if you put this in the fridge, then be careful, it's very hot. And then fry the chicken. It only takes about 3 or 4 minutes, but be very careful, it does spit. So it's a good idea to put a lid on it, and then cook it for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and you've got your most delicious chicken and chips. I can assure you. I used to always have this in the restaurant. Anyway, that's my take on chicken and chips as well. So that's 2 recipes in one. So as you can see, it comes out really golden, and the flavour of the chicken, because it was cooked in spice, is totally different. So please give this a go and tell me what you think. Anyway, that's my base gravy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've got any problems or any query, please message me and I'll do my utmost to help you. So bye for now, and thanks for watching, and spread this channel to all your friends. Forgot to mention, I'd like to also thank Rob for his assistance today in helping me do the prep work for this video. And let's see what he has to say. What do you think, Rob?
That salon is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful.
Which one was that one?
The salon.
He's been asking for this for a long time.
That one.
Oh, right, okay.
I think that's the one he asked for, and I said to him that I won't have anyone to eat it.
Oh, right. Ah. And you've got ice here.
Yep.